Good morning, besties. Let's sit down and have a conversation. So grab your coffee, your tea, whatever drink you are drinking, and let's talk about something. Imagine you're sitting at work or you're sitting at home, you are working on things for yourself, and then all of a sudden, bam, you just get hit with this overwhelming feeling of self-doubt and what ifs, and worst of all, you start thinking of yourself as an imposter. You think to yourself, this is crazy, this is absurd, like, I know what I'm doing. But you have this voice in the back of your head, you know, that little voice that's in the back of your head telling you, you're not good enough. You don't know what you're doing. What would you do? I know what I would do because I just had that happen to me this week. Hello, my name is Michele. I suffer from imposter syndrome. Nice to meet you. I will tell you what happened to me this week, but first let me tell you what imposter syndrome is in case you don't know. I'm gonna read the definition just so I know that I am getting this 100% correct. So it says imposter syndrome, the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own efforts or skills. So to put it in layman's terms, imposter syndrome is basically the feeling or experiencing the feeling of being a phony, of being a fake, a fraud. And in your mind, at any given moment, you will be exposed as the fraud that you are, as the imposter that you are. You tell yourself that you don't belong here and that you only got here because of dumb luck. With that being said, this is what happened to me. I recorded a YouTube video. I put it on the computer, and while I was editing it, I just had this overwhelming feeling, and I said out loud as I was editing the video, why are you making this video? No one's gonna wanna watch this. At that moment, with no hesitation, I made myself feel so stupid. I made myself feel so stupid. It was a video about how our living space could make our mind feel cluttered and chaotic if the space was cluttered and chaotic, which I think is a great topic. But in that moment, that was a video that I thought I shouldn't make, that I shouldn't be the one making that video. Like, there were so many other more qualified people to make that video other than me. And as I sat there and I kept thinking, if I put this video out, people are gonna think that I'm a fraud, that I'm a fake, I'm an imposter. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. Who do I think I am for thinking that I could make videos like that? About videos on personal growth. And I kept thinking, I know nothing. I'm an imposter. So because that happened to me, I thought, you know what? I want to discuss today how you can get over your imposter syndrome. And it took me a few days to realize all of this, and I just felt like I just had to share it with you guys, just in case you ever feel like you are an imposter, that you don't know what you're doing, you are a fraud. Just stop. Just listen to me. So how do you get over imposter syndrome? Well, first off, don't do what I did. I made a 12-minute rant video about being an imposter. I mean, which helped getting the initial frustrations out that I was feeling, because I felt so defeated and that I needed to do a stream of consciousness and just get everything that I was feeling out. And did I post that video? Absolutely. That video is prior to this one that you're watching right now, because I think it's important to see. You know, I want to show people that we all struggle. We all have these feelings every once in a while of not being good enough and not worthy for the things that we want, and we don't know what we're talking about. We're not smart enough. We're not pretty enough. We're not just everything. We're not good enough. And that is 100% a lie. We are good enough. You know, I've been working tirelessly for the past 2 years working on myself. doing the personal growth and the shadow work. I built a blog around personal growth. And to me, that proves that I'm not an imposter, that I am doing all of this for personal growth. That moment that happened right there is 100% a teachable moment. So I want to share what I learned while editing that video to help you get over your case of imposter syndrome. So what type of imposter are you? Yes, there are different types of imposters. There are about 5. So I'm going to tell you each of them, and then you decide which one you think suits you more. So the first one we have is the perfectionist. Of course, the perfectionist. The perfectionist sets highly excessive goals for themselves. And when they fail to reach the goal, they experience major self-doubt and worry about how they measure up. Number 2, you have the superwoman or the superman. They are convinced that they are phonies among their colleagues, among their family members, their friends, and they often work to push themselves harder and harder to measure up. But this is just a false cover-up for their insecurities. Number 3, natural geniuses. Like perfectionists, natural geniuses also set themselves to have highly excessive goals. They don't just judge themselves based on that. They also judge themselves based on getting things right the first time. And when they don't succeed, it triggers their imposter alarm. Number 4, the soloist. The soloist refuses to ask for help to prove their worth. And if they do ask for help, that's just gonna show how phony they are. Like they can't ask for help at all on anything. And number 5, we have the expert. Experts measure their competency by what and how much they know and can do, believing they will never know enough. And them not knowing enough causes this fear of being exposed as inexperienced or unknowledgeable. Wrong. Just kidding. But no, most likely you're probably wrong, because I think I'm a combo of 3 different ones. I think I'm a combo of the perfectionist, the superwoman, and the natural genius. Because I set myself with high standards and goals and push myself to work the hardest to be the best and then get pissed off when I fail. Let me know in the comments below what type of imposter or combo imposter you are. And while you're down there, throw me a like and subscribe. All right, so let's get into the tips now. Now that you know the different types of imposters that they are, these are the tips to help you beat and get over that stupid imposter syndrome. The first one, as easy as it sounds, is to be kind to yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but you need to be kind to yourself. And in that moment, I wasn't kind to myself. I wasn't at all. I had all this negative self-talk that just took over, and I needed to snap myself out of it. And what you need to do is take a step back from the situation and talk to yourself as if you were a friend. So pretend that this is your friend that's feeling this way. Would you be saying the things that you're saying to yourself to your friend? No, absolutely not. You would encourage them and reassure them that they know their shit. You would also let them know that they are doing exactly what they should be doing. So why can't you do that for yourself? Why can't we do it for ourselves? It's hard, but when someone tells you you need to be kinder to yourself, then that kind of gives you a moment to self-reflect and be like, okay, there is only going to be one person who will be with you your entire life, and that is you, yourself. So you need to start treating yourself like a friend and talk to yourself like a friend. Sorry, I sounded kind of like really mean when I said that, but I mean it in the most loving way. You need to stop comparing. Sometimes I have a lapse in judgment. You will too. what are we gonna do? We're human, but we know better not to compare ourselves to other people. We know social media is like 90% fake, yet we find ourselves comparing what we have to others who have achieved more than us. When this happens and I catch myself comparing, I need to stop and tell myself this: Michele, stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. You will eventually be there. Is that today? No. Is that okay? Yes. It will happen when it happens, and that is okay. And when you're talking to yourself as a friend and you're taking that step back, you also need to ask yourself, is this fear-based or is it 100% fact that you don't know what you're doing? You don't know what you're talking about. Because for me, I tend to notice that it's about 80% of the time, it's fear-based. I'm scared. I'm scared to do something new. I'm scared to try different things. And I just talk myself out of it, saying that I'm not good enough, even though once I do it, I would be fine. Now there's 20% where, yes, it is in fact, I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's okay. That is 100% okay that you don't know. That just means you need to take some extra time and do more research and educate yourself so that when you come back to it, you know your shit. You know you do, and you can do it flawlessly. But if it's fear making you feel this way, then I encourage you to challenge your fears. Make a list of everything that's scaring you about whatever you're doing, and then say them out loud to yourself. Because if you're anything like me, as soon as I say my fear out loud, it sounds stupid. So I'll say mine out loud. I am not a public speaker, and I fumble over my words, and when I do that, people are not gonna take me seriously. See, to me that sounds stupid. It sounds so stupid now, because I'm not a professional. I am not a public speaker. I don't do this on a regular basis. And also I'm at the beginning. So of course, me fumbling over my words and saying or like is gonna be expected because I don't do this often. Once you challenge your fear and realize how ridiculous it was, you need to embrace that feeling. You know, writing my little bullet points for this video and sharing what I've learned, it makes me have this just powerful emotion come over me that I'm like, I got this. I can do this. Why did I think this was so hard? It's not. Turn the camera on, have some bullet points, and record. Either people are gonna like it or they don't like it. I need to stay in that mindset of, I'm just gonna do it because I think it will help somebody. And if it doesn't help somebody, I appreciate you for watching. And a lot of that stems from the pressure that I was putting on myself because I'm watching a whole bunch of other YouTubers. I need to be like these people. And as much as I would love to be like those people, I'm not them. I'm me. So I need to stop trying to be like everybody else and just sit here and be Michele. I need to stop putting so much pressure on myself to be the perfectionist, the superwoman, and the natural genius. Like if I can't get it the first time, I should not be upset with myself. Practice makes perfect. Come on, we all know that saying. We all know it. So I'm at a point right now where I need to embrace my suckiness and let go of being a combo imposter. It's time I give myself room to mess up and know that it is okay and that the world will not fall apart if I suck at making a video. No one is putting pressure on you except for yourself. And that leads me into building confidence. Over the period of recording this video, I've gotten more confident and I've had to look less at this, but I need to have confidence that I can do this, that I can give you the information semi-casual way, because I'm sitting on my couch, drinking iced coffee, you know, I'm just being me. And if that means sitting on my couch, comfy and cozy, giving you the information because we're friends. This is just like having a conversation with friends. You know, so if I were to come to you and tell you I feel like an imposter, you would say, no, you're not. You know what you're doing. You just need confidence. And you would help me realize that I've had confidence in me all along, and I'm doing the same thing for you. You have the confidence in you to do it. Just do it, and who cares if you mess up? And in order to remind myself that I am a badass, because I am a badass, and you are a badass, I need to give myself a little pep talk. So I always start my internal or external pep talk to myself like this. Michele, you are a badass and you got this because you have thoughts and opinions that you know will help people. And why do you know this? Because you lived through some shit and you need to share what you have gone through. So you can show others life is what you make it, and that you and everyone else have choices. You can choose a different path than what you were born with. So get your mower or your weed eater and start chopping down shit to make your path in this world. Is that a good pep talk? I mean, I think it's a good pep talk. Just doing my little pep talk just put me in such a good mood. It inspires me to make more content and work on myself and share the process with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a like, comment, and share. And if you want to see more content like this, then please hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you get the notifications of when I post new videos, because I am working on some good shit now that I've got my confidence back. What video should I put out next? I have two options. The video that started this whole thing, or 4 reasons why happiness is the harder choice. Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, remember, you're a badass. I'll see you in the next one.